time is 6 PM on February 24th at 6 PM. We will call the Board of Zoning Appeals to order. The first order of business tonight is the approval of minutes from January 24th.
So moved.
The motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
No.
All in
Good.
favor? It's unanimous, no abstention. Okay, the next order of business is the election of a chair. I'll open the floor for nominations.
Are we voting on the same as last time, or do
Does
we need
not
to
have
nominate
be,
him
so
again?
It is open for nominations.
Okay, nominate William
Yeah, I was
McCall.
gonna nominate you,
I was gonna nominate you.
basically, stand up. I got too much going on, I can't really, I really appreciate it, but they got me running and with all this other stuff with these federal dams, I might disappoint y'all. You wanna do it, I'll nominate you.
I think.
I nominate John.
Okay. We have Mr. Udo.
I'll
Any
second
other
that.
nominations?
I'll second that.
Okay. Any other nominations? All right, hearing none, we will close nominations, and all in favor, Mr. Agar? It's unanimous.
Do you have the agenda, James?
I do. And then we do not have anybody signed up for public comment.
We don't, no public comments tonight? Okay. Next item on the agenda is the approval of the calendar. Has everybody had a chance to read it? Anybody have any questions or concerns with regard to it?
The only day I would just make sure you guys are aware of is December 29th, right between Christmas and New Year's, and make sure you are available for that meeting before we schedule it. We have traditionally not done a December meeting, but I have it on here in case
Okay.
you guys want to do it. You can revise that out.
Okay, do
I'd say we knock that one out.
do we have a motion in the affirmative for the approval of the calendar?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Oh,
I'd like to make a motion that we strike out the 29th.
Hold on, we'll do that.
Oh, okay.
Get it on the table first. Okay, do we have a second? Okay, for a discussion now on the calendar? Go ahead, Tim.
I'd just like to make a motion, we strike the 29th of December.
second.
Probably not gonna have good
That makes
participation.
sense, that makes sense. Any discussion on that? Any problems? If not, then all in favor? The motion is basically, we have the motion to strike that.
I'll make a motion.
And we'll vote on that first, and then we'll vote on the calendar.
I second again.
Second on that. Now, let's voting on the amendment to the calendar. All in favor?
It's unanimous.
Okay. All in favor of the calendar as amended? Okay, no discussion. Excellent, okay. Brief statement about the rules and procedures for the meeting tonight. The applicant will provide a presentation about the needs for the variance for 5 minutes, with the chairman having the ability to grant more time as needed. Staff will address any additional issues. Citizen comment period is usually 5 minutes, but we have nobody here, so that is a non-issue. Applicant rebuttal and questions from the board members follows that, and then there's voting. Once the board starts its deliberations prior to the voting, then there's no further input from the applicant or from the floor. So now, the item that we have on the agenda tonight is variance application number VA 25000001, Matt Carnegie, of Matt Carnegie Construction is requesting a 4.5-foot variance to the rear setback requirement. TMS number is 27000-01-023, and the address is 831 Dogwood Cove, Drive, Seneca, South Carolina, 29678. Will the applicant please come forward and make your presentation?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is not gonna take 5 minutes, I don't think, so short and sweet. So, good evening. Matt Carnegie with Carnegie Construction, and I'm here this evening on behalf of Fred and Denise Hubbard. They're the couple that I'm currently building this house for at 831 Dogwood Cove. That home's located in Martins Creek on Lake Hartwell. And what we were asking for is a 4.5-foot setback from the 5-foot setback against the core line. What we're wanting to do is run a patio all the way up as close as we can to the core line without actually touching it, just so that they can improve their view and outdoor living space. And from what I understand, this would not be an issue at all if the patio was on ground level. However, with the fall of the land and the way it lays, there's gonna be probably a 3 to 3.5 foot stem wall on one side, so it'll be vertical, which will then run approximately 30 feet to nothing, if that makes sense. One of the reasons for doing this is they want to keep that patio at the same level as their basement floor. They don't want to have steps. They're getting older in age, and as they hopefully will retire in this home, they said we would love to keep that all one level coming out. So we've spoken with the neighbors on either side. None of them seem to have any issues or concerns with it. So, yeah, we would like to move forward, and hopefully you guys will consider granting this to them. That's all I have.
Good. Any of the board members have any questions?
It's not, Mr. Chair, it's not infringing on the core.
I'm sorry?
It's not infringing on the core.
No, it's,
No, sir.
no, it's up, right up to the core, Jim.
Okay.
Don't infringe on the core.
Huh?
You don't infringe on the core.
No.
Make sure you stay off the core property.
Anybody else have any questions for the
I think it's
gentleman?
pretty cut and dried, and then we've
Yep.
got, on the backup part, we've got his
Yep.
neighbors that say they're okay with it. So
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, they both, wrote letters that we presented
Right.
there, so.
As far as the board's concerned, do you want the letters written, read, or do you satisfied with having written? Okay. If there are no other questions, then would you please take your seat and we'll start with our deliberations. Go through the, now we go through the questions that we have to answer prior to giving a final opinion. There are extraordinary and exceptional conditions pertaining to the particular piece of property. Do we have a motion in the affirmative?
So moved.
Do we have a second? Okay, do we have any discussion on this matter? Board? If not, all in favor? Aye.
Unanimous?
Unanimous? Okay. Second item, these conditions do not generally apply to other property in the vicinity. Do we have a motion in the affirmative?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Second? Do we have any discussion? With no discussion, all in favor? Aye.
It's unanimous?
Yeah, unanimous. Because of these conditions, the application of this chapter to the particular piece of property would effectively prohibit or unreasonably restrict the utilization of the property. Do we have a motion in the affirmative?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Do we have any discussion? There being no discussion, all in favor?
It's
It's
unanimous?
unanimous. Number 4, the authorization of a variance will not be of substantial detriment to adjacent uses or to the public good, and the character of the district will not be harmed by the granting of the variance. Do we have a motion in the affirmative?
So moved.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
Okay. Do we have any discussion on this? If not, all in favor? Aye. Motion carries, it's unanimous, okay? Now, based upon the evidence presented to the board, do I hear a motion that the proposed variance be approved?
So move.
Second.
Second, do we have any discussion? With no discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
It's unanimous?
Motion carries. We have a motion to adjourn?
So move.